Hey there, everybody. This is Holly Wade from Holly Wade Wellness, and I thought that it might be helpful to talk to you a little bit about what you need to purchase if you are planning on starting a yoga practice, even if it's an at-home practice, because your gear does make a difference. It's like anything else. Get the right stuff because it'll make your experience more enjoyable. Now, that doesn't mean go all out, get everything until you know that you want to be a yogi, more regularly, and that you'll actually use it. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So I don't know whose mat this is, but you can see it's disintegrating. Like, there are places in here that are threadbare. See, you can see right through it. This is one of those El Cheapo mats, probably from Walmart or Ross or TJ Maxx or whatever, that was like $7.99. Don't get them. This is why. And they don't last. And this is actually really slick now. They're called a sticky mat for a reason. You want to stick to that mat. You don't want to slip and fall. So don't bother. Don't bother. Plus, look at how thin this is. Like, there's no cushion in that. I like a little padding. This is the same way. It's not as thin, but you can see that it's disintegrating, and it's a really flimsy mat. So I wouldn't even bother with that. So if you have those, good news. You can repurpose them. Throw them in your car and take those to the beach or the lake or to the park or whatever, and roll those out and sit on those instead of towels. You've got them all the time. That's how I've used mine. I know some people who have cut them up and they use them like when they're out in their garden and they have to get down on their knees and dig. So that's another way. You can repurpose them and be kind of creative about that. So this is what to get and what to look for. These are the brand of mat that I used to buy when I worked at JMU. And I would cycle these out every 2 years, and they were still in decent shape. So I bought these from Yoga Accessories. I will add those links to a document so that you can download those. But you can see it's a little thicker. It's like a 1/4 inch thick, I believe. And this stuff, it really didn't disintegrate. Like I said, we'd get 2 years of use out of them, and that was with like 4 or 5 classes a day and lots of use. So I really do trust these, and I really trust that company. They served us really, really well. So, and it's not going to break the bank. You can find everything yoga on their website, and you could go crazy if you really want to. But I had really good luck with that company and highly recommend them. Gaiam is another one, and their products can be found at Kohl's or Target. And I'm not sure that their quality is what it used to be, but I generally think their products are good. If it's got their stamp on it, most often, even if I haven't tried it, I'm going to go, yeah, give it a go, because I think they really do back their classes. I really admire their instructors all across the board, no matter what it is. They're really highly experienced people. So that's one company I do like. This is the Kahuna of mats. It's called a Manduka, and it's got a little frog on it. That's how you know that it's the real deal. But look at this baby. Look how thick that is. And there are 2 different textures. This is the texture for the sticky mat. It really does keep me supported and grounded, and like I'm not slipping. I love this mat. Love it. It needs washed desperately. Even though I use like wipes on it, I need to take a rag and do some dish soap and water on it, and then hang it up to dry until it's completely dry. It'll get mildewy otherwise, but you can wash your mats. So that's the basic. At least get yourself a mat. The rest of it you might have at home, or you can get creative. You can invest in these things later, but I do think they are helpful. So a good blanket, you can just pull one that you have around the house, but you want more of a firm blanket, not those really soft, fuzzy ones, because you want to be able to sit on this. You don't want to sink. Now you can also use it to prop your head or your knees, or even just to cover up when you're in Shavasana or stillness, is the other, basically what it is. But a blanket is a good thing to have around. You can cushion knees and some different things. I will show you some options in 10-Minute Tuesdays and in my yoga classes. A block. You can get an El Cheapo one. It's fine. But these are really handy, and honestly, get two. Because when you go into things like pyramid, it's nice to have one on either side of you rather than trying to figure out how to balance on one. So this is a really helpful tool so that you aren't reaching so far to the floor. You can actually really get some nice alignment. These are your friend. They do not mean that you are weak or that you are, I don't know what people think. But actually, these are really, really wonderful. I love it. Love, love, love them. So highly recommend. If you don't have a block, people get creative and use things like a stack of books. You just want to make sure that they're not paperbacks and that they're not going to, tumble when you are supporting yourself on it. But you can be creative. A cement block if you really want to drag that thing. But yeah, something you can work with. The other thing I highly recommend is a strap of some kind. So this is a true yoga strap, and it will have, these have D rings, some of them have O rings, but that's kind of a nice thing to have. If you have therapy bands laying around, those elastic bands that you use in physical therapy, those work too. And in the meantime, again, a towel can work for now, and then you can always upgrade to a strap, when you know that you will actually do yoga on a regular basis. So that's really what you need. I like to add essential oil, lavender, frankincense. I actually have some frankincense diffusing right now, and you can't see it because I don't have it in the background, but I do have it on a shelf. But that's a nice way to prepare yourself. Some peppermint to energize and get ready before your class. Some lavender to help you calm down if you've had a stressful day. Stress Away is a really nice one. Frankincense is supposed to be an enlightening type of fragrance, and it's a holy one, so why wouldn't it be? If you need a little awakening, go for some frankincense. But you need a mat, a blanket, a block, a strap, maybe essential oil. Your blanket for sure, or your mat for sure. Blanket you should have around, so you don't have to buy that. A towel, you probably have one of those around, so later on you can invest in your strap. If you have a therapy band or have a friend who's willing to give you one, sweet. Your yoga block, you can invest in that a little later, but definitely something to invest in. And some essential oil. Again, that's an optional thing, but I think it adds a nice layer to the practice. So there you go. That's what you need to get started. And then you just need to show up. So I will see you on 10-Minute Tuesdays, and I will see you in my weekly yoga classes if you are interested in making that a more ongoing practice for yourself. I'm Holly Wade from Holly Wade Wellness. Thanks for joining me.